In a criminal justice system, sexually and juvenile-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Oakland, California, the dedicated lieutenants, sergeants, and officers who investigate these vicious felonies are members of the fourth floor at the Oakland Police Department. These are their stories.
And I am the sergeant for the Special Victims Unit of the Oakland Police Department. The main conflict in my job is that I don't have enough staffing to do the investigations the way they need to be done.
I work for the Oakland Police Department in the Special Victims section. It's called the Vice Child Exploitation Unit.
We investigate all crimes having to do with child abuse, both physical and sexual, and we do all adult sex crimes that are not domestic violence related.
We get a hold of them and then try to figure out exactly who put them out on the street, who was exploiting them, who their poor pimps are, and then we go from there.
I'm currently a missing persons investigator in the missing persons unit here in the Special Victims section. One of the biggest challenges that we face is staffing. Another big challenge is the fact that we are working with families, and sometimes personalities can tend to clash, and as an investigator, oftentimes you don't want to have a bias towards one family or another, but we do as best as we can here in the missing persons.
With the Oakland Police Department, Juvenile Intake, been with the department 16 years and then in intake for about 1 year. We do is when juveniles get arrested, they come up here and we process them, fingerprint them, take their pictures, and we book them. They go up to juvenile hall. From there, they're processed further up there. The most frustrating thing is probably the lack of updated technology. So we're dealing with a lot of new equipment that other vendors give us, but we don't have the support here at the department. It's not quick enough to keep up with it. So that's probably the most frustrating thing.
And I'm a police record specialist at the Oakland Police Department. I work in the Vice and Child Exploitation Unit here on the fourth floor. And I do payroll, I do U-visas. Some of the other things that I do also, I order supplies, I keep a record of the supplies. Basically, like a secretary, I do just about everything here. If somebody needs something, I try to provide whatever services to the officers, the backup support to them. I do something called Dear John Letter, which are people call in to a tip line. They email us about people that they see picking up prostitutes, or prostitution is a problem in their area. They report it to us. If they give us a license plate number, then I send them a letter warning them about picking up prostitutes and the problem that Oakland is trying to solve with that.
I'm the supervisor for the Missing Persons Intake Unit. I work for the Oakland Police Department at the Special Victims Unit. The hardest part is probably trying to keep up with the workflow, the constant pace, and then I'd probably say, the sad outcomes, the ones that don't end the way we want them to end, with someone going home safe instead of seeing people hurt. That's the hardest. It's going to be kind of difficult on my level to solve, but I think a lot of it will have to do with staffing. The City of Oakland and the citizens themselves, they've done their part. They voted for Measure Z, and they decided to give more money to the police department to kind of help the staffing issue. So I think once we get more police officers up into this floor, we'll be able to do a lot more towards serving the community in a more proficient manner.
4 officers down and the suspect is dead. It is a grisly scene on the streets of East Oakland today.